Welcome to our countdown of the most thrilling IndyCar finishes of all time. Get ready to relive those moments where victory hung by the slimmest of margins. These races had fans on the edge of their seats, and today, we're reliving those heart-pounding moments. From the roar of the engines to the nail-biting tension as cars cross the finish line, we're about to witness some of the closest and most unforgettable finishes in IndyCar history. So buckle up, strap in, and get ready for a wild ride as we count down the top 5 most thrilling photo finishes in IndyCar. It's 2002, Chicagoland Speedway, the penultimate race of the season. The championship is on the line, and the tension is palpable. Sam Hornish Jr. and Al Unser Jr., two titans of the sport, are locked in a battle for the ages. Lap after lap, they trade paint, they trade the lead. Every corner is a test of nerve, every straight a drag race to the next turn. The crowd is on its feet, barely daring to breathe as these two warriors push their machines and each other to the absolute limit. With just a handful of laps to go, Unser makes his move, diving down the inside of Hornish into turn 1. They race like men possessed, neither willing to give an inch. As they come out of the final turn, it's a drag race to the line. Hornish takes the checkered flag by a mere 0.2 of a second. Fast forward to 2016 and the heat of Texas Motor Speedway. The atmosphere is electric, the air thick with anticipation. Graham Rahal and James Hinchcliffe are locked in a duel, a battle of strategy, skill, and sheer willpower. The laps are winding down, and the tension is rising. Hinchcliffe, the savvy veteran, is leading, but Rahal, the young gun, is closing in. The gap is shrinking with every passing second, and the crowd is on the edge of their seats. As they come to the final lap, the tension is almost unbearable. Rahal gets a run on Hinchcliffe, slingshotting past on the backstretch. They come to the line, side by side, a blur of motion and color. Rahal wins by a mere 0.8 of a second. Chapter 3, Texas 2002. Ward denies Unser in another Texas thriller. We rewind the clock back to 2002, but stay in Texas, the Lone Star State. This time, it's Jeff Ward and Al Unser Jr. duking it out for supremacy at the Texas Motor Speedway. The race is a whirlwind of action, with lead changes galore and drivers pushing their cars to the absolute limit. As the laps dwindle down, Ward and Unser emerge as the clear contenders. They trade the lead back and forth, each determined to break the other's spirit. On the final lap, Unser makes his move, diving to the inside of Ward in a desperate bid for victory. But Ward holds his nerve and edges Unser out at the line by just over 1/100 of a second, an electrifying finish. Chapter 4, Indy 500, 1992. The closest finish in Indy 500. History. It's 1992, and the stage is set for the grandest spectacle in racing. The Indianapolis 500. The atmosphere is electric, the crowd a sea of color and noise. And at the heart of it all are two drivers, Al Unser Jr. and Scott Goodyear, locked in a battle for immortality. The race itself is a classic, with lead changes, daring overtaking maneuvers, and near misses galore. As they come down to the final lap, the tension is almost unbearable. Unser Jr., carrying the legacy of his legendary father, is pushing his car to the absolute limit. Goodyear, the underdog, is right on his tail, refusing to back down. They come to the final corner, side by side, a blur of motion and color. Unser Jr. holds his nerve and crosses the line just ahead of Goodyear. It's the closest finish in Indy 500 history, a mere 0.4 of a second separating the two drivers. Chapter 5, Chicago, Land 2003. Hornish does it again. We return to Chicagoland Speedway. The year is 2003. The grandstands are packed, the atmosphere buzzing with anticipation, and at the front of the pack, two of IndyCar's finest are embroiled in a battle for the ages, Sam Hornish Jr. and Scott Dixon. From the drop of the green flag, the pace is relentless. It's a strategic masterclass, a game of chess played at 200 miles per hour. Hornish and Dixon trade places at the front, their cars seemingly joined at the hip. As the laps tick down, the tension ramps up. On the final lap, Dixon makes his move, diving to the inside of Hornish in a last-ditch effort to snatch victory. But Hornish holds his nerve and crosses the finish line just ahead. It's another photo finish for Hornish, this time by a mere 0.9 of a second. Thanks for joining us on this adrenaline-fueled journey through some of IndyCar's closest finishes. We've witnessed some truly remarkable feats of driving, where bravery, skill, and a little bit of luck combine to create moments of sporting drama that will never be forgotten. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting racing content. We'll be back soon with more incredible stories from the world of motorsport. Which finish was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Was it Hornish's double victory at Chicagoland, Rahal's last gasp lunge in Texas, or Unser Jr.'s historic win at the Brickyard?